Welcome back. On today's show, we'll be giving our early season WNBA All-Rookie team picks. We'll also go into the other awards as well at the end of this show. Let's get right into it.
You are Locked On Women's Basketball, your daily podcast on women's basketball.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome. You are Locked On Women's Basketball. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. Today's show is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. My name is Hunter Cruse. I'm your Saturday host covering the WNBA draft and prospect scouting. Today I'm with my co-hosts Emily Adler and Lincoln Shafer. Emily covers the WNBA and the draft with us on player development and the game within the game. Lincoln also contributes to our coverage here at Locked On Women's Basketball and the Next. To start with just this rookie class, kind of just set the table here. What has been your impression on how the rookies have impacted this WNBA season? Because this is probably the most unique rookie class in terms of the variety of types of rookies we have, where we've got the 29-year-old rookies, we've got the mid-20s international rookies, and also like Dominique Malunga, who's 19 years old.
This is a erasure of the 1 year where Imagn and Christy Wallace both should have been all rookie.
Yeah. Well, this is maybe the deepest rookie class we've seen in a long time. Part of that is adding an expansion team, but there are 35 players classified as rookies that have already played at least 1 minute, and there's already 17 rookies that have played 100 minutes. And if Kariata Diaby, Anita Morrow, Liatsu King, and Isaiah James all play their average minutes in their next game, we'll have 21 rookies over 100 minutes played this season before the end of June. And to compare there, 2016 and 2019 are, we think of as kind of the peak of depth of a rookie class. In 2016, there were 19 rookies that played over 100 minutes for the full season. 2016-19, 2019, there were 20. Last year, there were only 17 rookies that cracked 100 minutes for all 40 games of the full season, and we've already reached that through 15 games. And so this is just a really deep class with contributors everywhere. And from the top of the first round, the middle of the second round, we have a couple third-round picks and a whole bunch of undrafted international rookies that are all making an impact across the league.
It's going to get really weird when we actually have the full all rookie teams at the end of the season, because like there's going to be some weird voting patterns in terms of obviously, who is on and who is off. Yeah. You have this a little bit sometimes in MLB where, especially with like Japanese pitchers, some people won't vote for them, but because they were already sort of professionals, but on the most part, people will consider them. We've seen people be considered here. I think did Julie Van Lau make it last year? I thought she
close.
Did.
I'm trying to think.
Cross the timeline awards. But anyway, Lee Mung made it 2 years ago.
Correct. And it would have been Ivana Dojkic if she hadn't gotten cut halfway through the season.
I mean, she got homesick or something, is what we've been told.
I mean, Phoebish was all rookie last year.
Yes.
So if you don't consider, I feel like not considering them is a little bit weird there.
Yes. Okay. No, that's right. Sorry, So we've had Phoebich, we've had Lee Mung, Christy Wallace was snubbed, which is sort of where I think she
was a draft and stash, right?
Yeah, which is sort of where I think we see some of the divergence in terms of who is considered and who's not. So the point there is going to be interesting. I think it's very obvious that this
made an all-rookie team in 2022.
That was the same
year. That's the oldest you can find.
If you can find older, I'll be impressed. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a lock with Paige and the two Mystics, and then beyond them, it's
who knows? There's a whole lot of options.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't
that are good.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock. I mean, like, I don't even know at this point. The issue is sort of beyond them. There's been like
how many players do you think have a chance? Let's say that outside of the top three, would you say have a shot?
I'd say Salon, 4 different Mercury players. Rivers, maybe Carla Litt if she keeps going off at this rate. We'll see how Tina Paopau's minutes go.
I do think that given a little bit of weirdness in the rotations there, I think that there's a shot that Luisa Geiselsoder could compete for an all-rookie spot.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility. This is really like one of the only years of the last 5 where we could use a second-team all-rookie.
It's also a little
with good rotation players,
as opposed to every other year where you can barely populate the first team with good players.
And then it's not even just that. We have good players on good teams also, which is a little bit different as well.
Depends a little bit on what you define as a good team, but that too.
I mean, Phoenix
on not the worst teams.
Beyond Phoenix is sort of the point.
Yeah, I mean, competing for playoff spots.
Golden State has been objectively, they've been good. They've been good.
I don't know if I call 500 good.
Hey, I mean, they're winning games with all bench players. Like,
it is currently a better.
That's their only option.
Hey, they're still doing it. Okay, for the first segment, let's talk about Paige Beckers at the top.
Who?
Paige is definitely the pick here, even though she's played a few games less than the other rookies with that concussion.
Because of how much Dallas relies on her, she has played by 1 minute, she has played the second most minutes among rookies. So despite playing 5 fewer games than some of them, actually.
So she's playing over 35 minutes a game.
No, her last 3 games, she's played 37, 38, 39 minutes. She's played less than 30 once. Like, she's playing more in the pros than she did in college, which is absurd.
Yeah, and in college we had the concern that Gino kept playing her all the time despite not needing to, and during garbage time is when she blew her ACL like 3 years ago. So I guess Chris Coaklanes is trying to see if he can blow the other one out too.
She was playing 30 minutes per game last year.
Currently, Paige Beckers is 3rd in the league in minutes per game, behind only Ryan Howard and Kelsey Plum.
Genuinely impressive. No one from the Aces is on that list. That's got to be the first time in a few years.
Well, because they've all got hurt.
And it's not like their depth's better.
Oh, their depth is truly... Everyone involved in that front office should be redacted.
They already were.
Who was making the decisions there at this point, honestly?
Well, I don't know who's making the decisions. It's Becky and the consortium of people.
Right, like it might be Becky, but it also seems like it might not be. Who else would it be? Is it just Nikki Vargas at this point?
The good thing about not having one person is that you don't know who to blame.
yeah. Nobody's there is gonna take the fall because nobody knows who's making the decisions.
That's how it's the way to go.
You're gonna have to go to the league office, find like the draft card that said Aaliyah Nye on it, and then compare the handwriting to like the internal W9s.
But Paige is on the season over 17 points per game, over 4 rebounds, almost 6 assists per game, 2 steals, 1 block. What has been like our impression on how her season has kind of advanced since that injury and how she's kind of played recently?
This is one of the best rookie seasons I've seen in league history.
She's so good.
Just like flat out. I mean, it's her rookie season. She has played less than 10 games on what is objectively on a team whose supporting cast besides her is objectively just absolutely terrible. Almost everyone in the starting lineup is not starting caliber at the WNBA level. And despite the fact she's almost a +9 net on off, she's running a 56% true shooting. She's running a 29-13 assist to turnover ratio as a rookie. And both her block and steal rates are at 3%. This is genuinely an insane rookie season.
And she has like the worst supporting cast of any All-Star probably in the league right now.
It's an insane season.
Her efficiency on her shot diet has always been stupid, but it's still stupid. She still just gets to her spots, rises up over whoever is in front of her, and makes 51% of her pull-up twos. It doesn't make any sense how she's doing this. She's so good.
I just like look at the shot breakdown. It's so fun. She's shooting. I'm sorry. She's shooting 35% from 3 on one of the lowest assisted rates in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the issue there is that she's taken 16 pull-up threes to 13 catch-and-shoot threes.
Which is mostly everyone else's fault. She will take catch-and-shoot threes. We saw that.
Honestly, she might take more pull-up threes this season than she did in her entire college career, just because there's not a lot there.
That answers one of the very few questions we had pre-draft.
Well, now it's just about making them because she is at 25% on them. But she is a great shooter. And
she's Paige Beckers.
She is Paige Beckers.
So as good or better than advertised.
Already, clearly one of the 5 best mid-range scorers in the league.
Already a top. I'm trying to think about point guards. Top 4 point guard.
Alyssa Thomas, number 1.
Top 5.
She's her own position.
I know. Okay, if we count Alyssa Thomas, what, top 5? A.T. Clark, Sky, and Kelsey.
Yeah. In the top echelon of
yes.
ball handlers.
I would definitely not put Paige any significantly lower than Kelsey.
Yeah.
Next, we'll get into the rest of our all-rookie teams, but first, shopping for a car should be exciting, not exhausting. Should not be exhausting, but between the confusing price and hidden fees, it can feel overwhelming. That's why I love using Car Gurus. They help you cut through the noise and show you the best deals with full confidence. With over 4 million listings, they have more new and used cars than any other major online market in the U.S. Need a deal you can trust? Car Gurus makes it easy to compare vehicles side by side with unbiased deal ratings. Plus, the new in-depth vehicle details give you peace of mind before stepping onto any lot. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make your big deal. Make sure your big deal is the best deal. That is cargurus.com. Cargurus.com. We are now back to kick off the rest of this all-rookie team. There's definitely 3 consensus picks here. There's also Kiki Iriafen and Sonia Citron. Who is number 2 for you in Rookie of the Year voting if it was to be the end of the season right now?
I honestly don't think like that. I'm not sure I've actually given that any thought. I'm glad I don't have to. I mean, I'd probably go Citron just because of her scoring efficiency is better on a much harder shot diet.
Mm-hmm.
That's about where I'd put it. I'm not sure it appreciably matters.
It probably doesn't.
No. We need content.
It's pretty close between the two of them. They're both producing, and they're both doing their job and making good things happen for the Mystics.
Iriafen's last 2 games haven't been phenomenal, but, I mean, on the season, considering some of our projections, I think she's ahead of where we expected her to be from day one. With no Leah Edwards start the season, Shakira Austin is just, I think it's probably over as far as the...
Defensively, it's over. The offense is there.
But any hope of a real star here, I just don't think it's likely.
No, it's hard to come back from the injuries she's had. It's impressive that she gets the buckets that she's still getting at all, to be honest.
And it makes sense considering this is the front office to draft Iriafen, but she's their focus as far as the front court, it seems, where they're going for the future.
Not starting center Stephanie Dolson?
Not Stephanie Dolson.
Seriously,
how? She's a good fit next to whoever they want to put next to her. She's tall, she boxes out, she passes, and she shoots. And those are not necessarily things that everyone else in that front court is good at. So pairing her with any of them works.
Would you say she is good at any of those things at the moment? I mean, she's fine. passer for a center.
Theoretically.
In theory, I mean, it'd be nice if she was hitting more than if she could hit even a quarter of her threes at this point in her career. Not sure that's possible anymore.
But Area Finn, what have we seen from her?
Does she? Do people care about her shooting anymore? Sorry. Area Finn. I mean, I've seen most things I think that were like just good at Stanford. I don't want to say they're back. It's not like that. That's not really how players work. That's not how situations work. She's in a better position to trust the players around her, to not have to deal with double teams. This is, one of the things that was just going on at USC is USC's offensive personnel outside of Juju were just capital B bad. And that frees her up a lot to set up in the mid-range, to keep moving as well as she does without the ball. And that, opens up lanes here. Whether or not the jumper keeps falling as much as it does, whether or not the finishing stays as solid as it's been, those are things that usually don't magically improve within 3 months. That were issues for her coming out of USC. So I'm really curious how those continue to progress or regress as the season goes along. But I've been really impressed just by her stringing together this as long as she has.
Yeah, she looks comfortable. One of the things that she's done really well that I think very much helps her get past the questions of finishing through contact and dealing with defenders. She's been running the court hard in transition. Mm-hmm. She's getting a lot of easy ones, and they're finding her, and she's just running hard, getting the easy ones. She's not making mistakes, and that's a big thing for rookies. Is if you can just do what you're asked to do and not mess up the easy parts of the game, you're in a great place.
She's also very good at drawing fouls as well. Yeah. She just finds ways to get baskets that are easy, and she makes over 80% of her free throws this season, which has also been very helpful.
Yeah, she slots into space as well and fills gaps very
Cuts,
smartly.
Runs the floor, all that stuff. Yeah, rebounds as well.
Yeah.
Sonia Citron, what have we seen from Sonia? She had that insane first game, but she's also just been very solid across the board so far.
This is more like what we kind of expected.
Mm-hmm.
She's just tremendously solid. She has a little bit of on-ball utility. She's going to make about 37% of her threes off the ball. She's going to do things you need her to do. She's going to cut, make passes, and play some defense. And she's been solid as a two-way wing that helps any team win.
Yeah, and I think it's been very clear in terms of how the first 6 games went versus the more recent ones. I don't know what the exact cutoff is, but it was very clear that defenses were not ready for someone who was 6'1" to just be kind of good at everything and move very well without the ball. And they have sort of figured that out lately. They're like, oh, Sonia Citron is good at hoop. So they've been actually caring about defending her. So, the numbers aren't as insane as they were then. She's not hitting 25 points a game as she was before. But, like I said, the efficiency is solid. The play is solid at this point, which is about what was expected. I'll be really interested to see somewhere down the line what she looks like. Not she looks like, but just seeing her again as she was as Notre Dame as the tertiary scorer on a team with legitimate top options. Hopefully that happens. But she's just translated very well. We're really seeing, I think, as the level of competition has risen in college, we went from, I think, this period that started with NECA that went through to I'd say 2022, 2023, where we had this period where the level of the W rose and the level of college didn't rise as much. So there was suddenly this really, really big adjustment for prospect, or at least for most prospects, from
especially guards.
Yes, especially guards and especially centers, from college to the pros. And I think we've seen that gap sort of shrink a little bit in the past couple of years, which, if you've watched the college game, makes perfect sense. It's not surprising that Caitlin or Paige would translate as well as they have, but I think, with players farther down, farther down the list, I think we're seeing that show up.
Makes sense.
Next up, we'll continue with Lincoln, we'll get into the Phoenix Mercury rookies. They have half of their rosters technically a rookie this season, so we'll talk about them in one moment. With Wayfair, there's nothing like stepping into your own outdoor space and feeling like you've escaped into a personal oasis. If you are wanting to update your patio this season, Wayfair has made it so easy to turn it into a space that makes yours comfortable, stylish, and ready for summer. Wayfair is everything you need to level up your outdoor space: conversation sets, outdoor bars, fire pits, hot tubs, and yes, even the perfect string lights to set the vibe. It's like giving your backyard that resort feel without the resort price tag. Don't wait. Make your outdoor space your dream oasis today with Wayfair and enjoy it all summer long. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop a huge outdoor selection. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. We are now back. The Phoenix Mercury rookies. Which combination of these players would you have to round out your all-rookie team? Starting with you, Lincoln.
Well, I only have one Mercury as my last two because I'm respecting Janelle Salon and what the Valkyries have done.
Yeah.
So I have Janelle Salon as my fifth, but my fourth is Monica Koamakani, who has been pivotal to the
Both of those
Mercury.
things.
Yeah, she is playing on the ball, off the ball. She's hitting a lot of threes, which is good for a team that has Alyssa Thomas to have a guard that hits threes. She's defending really well at the point of attack and off the ball. She's making plays as a passer and in the pick and roll. And I just love her mid-range shot creation. She does so much in the 12 to 15 range. And all those people that were talking trash about Nate Tibbetts playing calculator ball need to watch Monica Koamakani work in the pick and roll in the mid-range and understand that it's about hitting shots and not just calculators.
Yeah. Also, Monica Koamakani has not missed a free throw yet.
Imagine missing free throws.
I saw that too. She was, 5 of 5 today? I think she's 18 of 18 overall in the season.
She is. Also, Chloe Bibby hasn't missed a free throw.
She played one game. Hey, that's big stuff.
Rookies of equal levels of production. No, I mean, Monica Koamakani should be on any all-rookie list at this point. Not having her there either means that you don't understand how rookie eligibility works, or you just don't really watch the league. Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
40% from three and playing great defense.
It's crazy. She has a 63% true shooting as a great defender.
Awesome.
Yes.
You got her for free. Like, you didn't give
you have her for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
That's like it's going to her prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Then you have the RFA rights after that. So it's like that's just
crazy. Well,
what a front office job.
We'll see how that gets structured after the new deal over the winter. But yeah, I mean, my last spot there. I don't love Salon's. Salon's a fine defender. It's not really stood out for me, and her scoring efficiency is she's not really hitting twos at all.
What I would say about Salon for this is that you kind of have to factor in games played if we're talking about all rookie right now, just considering that like Loxa and some of the other players have played like 13 games, and then they're still playing games while Salon's like at 8 and is not
right. I mean, I'm thinking more on like I'm thinking I'm more of like a per game like production arc. What is this? Well, not necessarily production, but just play arc. What does this look like? I mean, like I would have her. She's played fewer minutes than Lexi Held, but I'd still have her over Lexi Held.
Right. No, for sure.
Right. So I think
the 7th are really close to the 5 spot too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have very close. Obviously, Lex has been, for as kind of funny as she looks moving on defense, a very solid contributor for someone who's hitting over 40% of a pretty difficult shot diet of threes.
6'1" and long.
This rookie, there's so much. I'm just realizing the level of like these are like some of the 20 best shooters in the leagues this season.
Yeah.
I'm putting an honorable mention to Carla Late, who is fun, but is not necessarily scoring well. Yeah. Eventually she'll hit like a second. Yeah, eventually she'll hit another 3.
She's like 10%.
She'll hit a 4-3 at some point this season.
She's like the best rim finisher in the league this season. She's like 21.
Yeah, I mean, other than the players you mentioned, I would put Sania Rivers is very close.
Yes.
She's already played a ton of minutes. There's a lot of things to say about how she's played because she is who she is on offense, and on defense, she's already one of like the 10 best players in the league, pretty solidly. She right now on one of the worst teams in league history is a plus 18 net on off.
Yes.
How is
That's
that
so
possible?
That's so funny.
Which is even more insane. Look, her net rating on the court is -12.
Who are the other wings on Connecticut?
Haley Peters and Bria Hartley.
Kind of JC Sheldon.
Yeah.
Lakon, please.
My 6 and 7 that are really close to being on the list for me: Sania Rivers and Catherine Westbeld, who is a tremendous defender. It's crazy how good she is positioning in drop, at the level, off the ball, and in help situations. She is just always in the right spot. She's contesting shots. She's spacing the floor. She's not really hitting threes right now, but she is spacing the floor and making some plays offensively. But her defense is really, really good and really key next to Alyssa Thomas.
She ranks 28th league wide in steal percentage and 8th in block rate.
That's so
like
good.
6'3".
Yeah, a 6'3" center.
Sort of center.
She's playing the center.
Yeah. She is in some ways like the Brianna Turner successor.
Yeah.
Which is like
shoots threes.
Yeah, can actually contribute without being a huge minus.
Speaking of this draft, or this rookie class having a lot of shooting, Tahina Paopao is at 14 of 27 from 3. She's at as far as the splits, 55, 52, 100.
Is that good?
11 games.
That's hilarious.
I was looking before. I think she has like a 22% assist rate to like a 11 turnover or something.
So funny.
Yeah, she
She's
hasn't
so good.
had more than
She's
2
just
turnovers in a
good.
game this year. So.
Imagine not drafting Tina Paopao when you had the chance 12 times.
Yeah.
Even more. The other rookies
that
I just wanted to give shout outs to before we get to the end. Aaliyah Nye has done some things. She's been really important to Vegas in a way that they probably
best bench player,
did not want her to be right away, but she has been. Dominique Malonga is fun to watch because she does crazy things, and it's just entertaining.
She's coming.
You should not be able to move like that as a 6'6", 19-year-old. Anissa Morrow just had her best game of the season against Phoenix. Played almost the whole second half, 16 points and 9 boards, doing some interesting things in the mid-range and creating shots inside the arc. Sarah Ashley Barker also has been more important than the Sparks wanted her to be coming into the season, but has done some interesting things defensively. The shot's not falling, but she's been on the court, which is more than you can say for a lot of people. And Morjanatu Musa, the last Phoenix rookie, who I have enjoyed her minutes. She is running all over the court all the time, making things happen. She's crashing the glass. She hit a couple jumpers, and she's just working so hard at every single second that she's on the floor.
The thing about Sarah Ashley Barker is the shot is falling. It's everything else is the issue. She's shooting very well in a lot of threes, falling. But inside the paint, it is so bad.
It's tough.
It's real bad.
It's kind of what we talked about before as far as the offhand and the ways that she can counter defenders on drives is an issue.
Yeah, it was a lot of like, whatever. We're not going to get into that. We're already out of time.
Before we close it out, some rapid fire on some of these other awards. If the season ended today, who is your coach of the year?
Nate.
It's an NAT. It's either Nate Tibbetts or Natalie Nakase.
I'm on Natalie Nakase. I think it's between those two.
I think those are a clear top 2 for me right now.
I can't imagine voting for anyone else and having a good reason for it.
There isn't a reason. I don't care if even Newark is as good as they are. That doesn't matter.
Sandy shouldn't be top 3. I will say that
Carly Carl.
Smesko, I was going to say, Smesko for me deserves a very strong honorable mention at number 3.
Yeah.
But it's a tier, I think.
Oh, yeah. I think anyone else really in that top 3 tier is probably just, like, if you're putting anyone else in the top 3, you're probably giving too much credit to them for the success of already good players.
Yeah.
Most improved player.
Ugh, I haven't looked into this enough.
There's like a million options.
As opposed to last year when there were no options at all.
Kennedy Burke, honestly.
Kennedy Burke is a great pick. The jumper is going in a lot.
It's like 50-something%.
I know. But like my least favorite thing is someone who is the same player but the three's falling.
Yeah.
But that's improved. It's an improved skill.
Is that an improved player or is that just shot variance?
It's going in. And they're winning.
Has the player improved or is it shot variance?
Can I do one that's going to annoy Emily?
Aren't you always?
Alicia Gray.
Oh, come on.
You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that.
Okay, if we're talking about shot variance, Gabby Williams. Add her to the
again, the same player, but the shots. It's gonna stop sometime soon.
It's gonna be
What
Lexi
if it doesn't?
Hall.
I hope it doesn't.
I think it very well could be Lexi
we said that
Hall.
about Lexi Hall, but it didn't stop.
Well,
even though
Well, here's the thing. Lexi Hall was already like a true talent 40% 3-point shooter. It just never fell for 2 years because her shot form was nervous.
That's true.
Anyway, I'd like Naz Hillman.
Yeah, I like Naz.
Talking about, you said shooting variance though. I mean, she
never used to shoot threes at all.
So yeah, she took a couple last year. Never went in, but she took them.
I hate you so much. It doesn't make any sense. Jesus
She took threes. She took at least 10. At least 10.
She's better at everything this year. Anyway, very low-key Sabrina Ionescu has turned into someone who was solid at hitting twos to someone who is just like one of the best offensive guards in the league, full stop, at everything. Yeah. Like, she is cooking from 2 this year. JC Sheldon, if she keeps this up. I'm literally trying to think of any players who else would this apply to. That's probably the end of my list.
Thanks for making Locked On Women's Basketball your first listen every day or your second listen. We appreciate all of our second listens out there. And make your second listen Locked On Sports today, Locked On NBA Game Night, every game, every night until an NBA champion is crowned. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find NBA Game Night on Locked On NBA on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone.